How you going there? Welcome. Can you picture yourself here? Can you envisage yourself owning something like this? So I'm going to talk about planning your garden when you come to own something like this. And I say when you come not to own it. I didn't say if. So, you know, if you're one of those people that are dreaming for something like this or aiming for it, this is what you need to visualize. And it's a wonderful thing. When I was younger, I used to walk around to all these beautiful properties, and I'd basically say, oh gee, that'd be a beautiful spot. I'd love to have something like that, or that's a perfect place for me. Not too big, not too small. So yeah, so you know, when you look at something like this, have a look around as I'm talking, and you can see that, you know, you might picture yourself in a place like this, and yeah, never give up on that. Just keep focusing, you know, regardless of how old you are. If you're younger than me, younger than 65, you've still got plenty of time. Or if you just come out of school, like I did, just keep going. So anyway, what the plan is for this morning is, okay, see this clipboard, piece of paper, and you need to plan your garden. Okay, so you have your place here. When we first came here, we thought, oh my goodness, this is so much work, but you know what? I'm loving every moment of it. So you don't have to try and do everything at once, but if you're a ball of energy, go for it. For me, I'm just a plodder. In any case, there's a saying that divers have, is plan your dive and dive your plan. So, and that's the same with gardening. So you plan your garden and you garden your plan. And don't deviate from that, because it can be very tempting. You know, do yourself a mug map like I've got here. You walk around, you look, observe, and you need to observe the seasons. So don't be in too much of a hurry, especially if you have something as large as this. Observe where the sun is, where it sets, where it rises in the spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Very important. And before you do any planting, just see what happens and see what you can plant here once you've observed your seasons. So, and I'll go through this in a little bit more detail in a follow-up video. So in this video, I'm just going to talk about a plan, and I'm going to talk to a special friend of mine, which is coming up shortly. And do your research. Don't waste your money just saying, I want to plant now, because you might find that it doesn't survive. So I'd like to introduce a good friend of mine, Sophie Thompson, who's a gardener guru extraordinaire and also TV presenter. And she rang me up one day because she was looking for a new property, and she said that she'd bought a place out at Sudan. And I said, Sudan? That's in Africa. And she said, no, not Sudan, Sudan. Now, Sudan is on the in South Australia. It's on the eastern side, just at the foot of where the Mount Lofty Ranges start. And yeah, it's an interesting conversation. It's mainly about starting your garden and planning it, like I've just discussed, doing a mud map. So what I'd say is just enjoy, and hope you get a bit out of it, and we'll see you on the second video, where we may discuss in a little bit more detail about, you know, what to do with this. Or even if you've got a smaller property, it doesn't matter, you need to do the same thing. So if you have a small 300-400 square metre block of land with a house on it, you need to look at all the aspects of the place before you consider doing a garden. So till till the next video, we'll see you then. Enjoy my conversation with Sophie. Hello. It's Gypsy Ralph here, Gypsy Gardener, and back for my third video. And I've got a special friend here who I have known for a number of years now, and she's the gardening guru, Sophie Thompson. Well, guru doesn't mean she's sitting under a tree looking like this, but she definitely knows a lot of things about gardening and how to be environmentally friendly and how to be sustainable if you want to get your garden together. So if you're listening to this from wherever you are in the world, hope you get a bit out of this. I'll ask Sophie, what her thoughts are about when you want to start something new in your place, whether it be just a small 300 square metre allotment or whether it be a large acreage. We'll just see what Sophie might have to offer for you to start with and think about. Hello, Sophie.
Hello, Ralph.
Long time no see.
Absolutely. So good on you for starting this new venture.
Yes, thank you.
Your new channel.
My new channel, and yeah, you've obviously started something new here again, the third time? Or second time?
Fourth, actually.
Fourth time, so this is the fourth time.
Fourth garden I've created.
Yes, so from scratch, so it went from a very wet area, is that correct?
Yeah, I used to be in Ashton in the Adelaide Hills, high rainfall, what I'd call cool temperate.
Yeah.
And then went to Mediterranean climate at Mount Barker, and now out here in the mid-Murray in arid.
So we've gone from 700 mil of rain to 160?
Well, 160 in the growing period, yeah.
Oh, right. So it is desert. So when it rains, you get the soap out and you run out there.
That's right.
So Sophie's now started something new here, and she's obviously had a lot of tips for people. Mm-hmm. And what would you say to the people who are watching what to think about? Just the basics, nothing detailed. Just to think about when they're looking at something gardening-wise.
Well, I think with many things you make a list, right? And the wish list is, if you weren't limited by constraints, what would you like in your garden? So, if for some people it'll be to grow food, it'll be fruit, trees and veggies. For other people it might be, I want a shady place where I can do my Pilates or yoga outside. Yeah. Or I want a little nook where I can sit with a book and read quietly. So it's about making a wish list, and it's your dreams and desires if there were no limits.
Yeah.
But then as well as that, there's got to be the practicalities. Okay, if you want to grow food, you need to make compost. You need compost areas. You need, sheds. You need garden tools. So there's your wish list. And then it's almost like you look at pictures of gardens. And so wish list is the practical, intelligent, logical side of designing a garden. And then there's the pictures you look at. And those pictures, when you find pictures of a garden that you go, oh, that is me, right? That is almost like the emotional connection to a garden.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be in the same state even. It can just be you look at a picture and you go, oh, I would love that. And often pictures help choose what you're going to look for and what you're going to design. We suddenly had dogs that want to get in on this too. So the pictures also show whether you're a neat person, whether you're a relaxed person, whether you want a country feel, whether you want a formal feel. And so one is the wish list, one is the feeling you want from the garden. That's almost the emotional connection. And then you've got to be real about, how much time have you got? How much money have you got? Yeah. Is it all done on the smell of an oily rag? Usually my gardens are. You repurpose everything you can.
And I always ask the question to myself, where do you get all this energy from, Sophie? And the answer I have is, when you do something you love to do, it energises you.
Absolutely.
And, you can see that.
And I actually get it from gardening. Gardening is not just my occupation; it's
Yeah.
my therapy.
Yeah.
It's my passion.
Yeah.
And if I could spend all day and all night in the garden, I would. But the reality is we have to work and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And the other really important thing is that when you're going, this is what I want. Sometimes you can still do it, but you just might have to do it in stages and you
Yeah.
work towards it. So if you go, if I want a gazebo down the back, but I simply can't afford it, well, why don't we plant around a space
Yeah.
for the gazebo to come later, And then you might actually find, you know what, I don't need the gazebo, I can have an arch. A couple of arches, beautiful climbing plant over it. It'll be a growing, living gazebo for the warmer weather.
Or you could put it out there to the universe and someone might give it to you.
Absolutely.
And it does happen, and I've seen that with a lot of people. They, sort of can't get something right now, but then they sort of, put it in their front of their minds, saying, I'd really like something like this, and then just walk away and forget about it. And then,
Yeah.
in the end, they'll find, oh, where did that come from?
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah. So it's about, you've got to have that logical list of what you want. Then you've got to have this emotional feeling you want, and that's sort of the style.
Yeah.
And then, you draw up a mud map. Now with Google Earth, you simply, do a screenshot of Google Earth.
Yes.
And trace it onto paper, and then draw up several options. Okay, if I want a lawn, and I want colour all year round, maybe there's a flower garden around the lawn.
Yeah.
And then you work out, okay, do I want straight lines? Do I like round lines? Do I want a combination of both? And just sketch up several things.
Yeah.
And once you've done that, then you can go out and mark it out in the garden with string line or with marking paint, or with just a hose laid out in the ground.
Oh, exactly. And it's, everybody has a different personality, and like you were saying earlier, that, you have some people that like quite a clinical garden where, there can't be a blade of grass out the way, but that's fine. That's for that person.
Absolutely.
Or you might have someone that just loves a rambling garden, where they just, like to let things go and see where they go, and then you can adjust it as you go.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no right or wrong. And your garden is for you. It's not for anyone else.
Exactly.
So, everyone's garden should be different.
That's
if
right.
it makes you happy, that's fantastic.
And I've also heard that the plants respond to your energy.
They do.
And they do. And I've heard that also with vegetables, that if you're tending your vegetable garden, for instance, they say that those vegetables will actually draw up the nutrients that you need.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. And also, the ultimate thing is you've just got to make a smorgasbord there by having healthy soil, and it's all taken care of.
Awesome.
Happy gardening.
Yeah, all right. Thanks very much, Sophie. Much appreciated for spending a few minutes to have a chat with me. It's been really great, and I hope you get something out of that. We'll probably catch you on the next turn. So if you have any comments, just leave them down below. Check the thumbs up or subscribe. That'd be great, as I am a newbie to this. And yeah, like I say, this is all raw. Nothing is scripted. Is it, Sophie?
No.
See ya.